Curie Institute is focused on cancer research. It's one of the most famous places in the world for cancer research. And the Quantitative Biosciences Institute, I would argue, is really about collaboration, bringing people together. It would be a great honor to collaborate with scientists here at the Curie Institute as we apply some of our quantitative tools that are developed at QBI to studying cancer. And QLife, which is here at the Curie Institute, is conceptually very similar to QBI in that we tried to bring together scientists from a diverse background.
With the advent of new technologies, we have a lot of variants and sequencing a lot of variants in different genes and cancer mutations that are being found. The only way to advance really on this challenge is to combine quantitative approaches with our basic science.
To advance cancer research, what we need now is to include people from different fields. At the first place, computational biologists, but also, as Neven said, also physicists, chemists, and mathematicians.
This collaboration initially started with an interaction that I had with Aura about a year ago. We talked about ways in which the scientists here at the Curie Institute and QLife could interact effectively with the scientists at QBI and at UCSF. And we came up with a number of ideas, including having a symposium and also efforts to try to raise funding to help facilitate collaborations that would ultimately come out of the symposium.
Collaboration is essential in any research. You cannot work in isolation, and you need, to interact with many different people, with different cultures. Without that, you cannot progress in science, in particular in cancer research.
International collaborations are fantastic because people actually do tend to think a little bit differently outside of the United States. And it's, different mindsets, different personalities, different resources, different questions they get excited about. It's just such a fresh perspective whenever you go abroad.
What I really liked about this meeting is that there's been such a diversity of topic and diversity of technique. Applying those kinds of concepts to a disease setting is vital, and I think is going to really transform the way we think about disease.
I see this symposium as the first step of many steps over the next several years that'll strengthen collaborations between scientists in Paris and in San Francisco. The seed funding that we will use will hopefully lead to larger funding opportunities through federal agencies, both in France and the United States, as well as through industry partnerships. And finally, there are efforts ongoing to set up philanthropic events in the Bay Area next year, where funding could be obtained through those channels as well to help facilitate the collaborations that have been started here at the symposium.